City Blues Realty. Guys, we have some great information we're about to share with you. We're talking about beating the credit card companies at their own game. That's what we got to do, family. Credit cards are the key to home ownership, but credit cards are also the barrier to home ownership. It all depends upon how you use it. So, as we say, we want you to use credit cards. We don't want credit card companies to use you. We want to use them. Family, it's time to fight back. It's time to take control. Our money is our power, and our power is our money. I got some two great guests here, and they're going to share with you how they are beating the credit card companies at the credit card companies game. Family, this is good stuff. And when we're done, I want you to share it because I only got them for 15 minutes.
15.
15. I know they're going. I know they. All right. So we got Danny Fife. Man, Danny has shared with you before. She cares about folks, and the girl can dance. All right. And we got Gwen Murphy Johnson. Gwen is a realtor with River City Blues Realty. Family, we got to understand that we got to take charge of our finances. If you want to get ahead, then you got to plan ahead. If you want to get ahead, you got to act ahead. All right, we're talking an actionable item. We got two actionable item folks with us here today. Danny, since you're next closest to me on the screen, let me get you to go first and just kind of bless some folks with some knowledge that they could take and grow with.
So I've had credit cards for some years now. Initially, I didn't really know or understand how credit worked and stuff like that. So they used to get me. I was paying interest on top of interest. I've had collections before. I've been there, y'all. I've had judgments on my credit before just because I didn't know how to manage credit cards and my credit. But once I learned, I was a force to be reckoned with. So I got to the point where my goal was to pay my credit cards off, in time. And then once they were paid off, not to use them for a while, because it's like, I don't need to use them. Well, now I have 3 creditors who want me to use their card. They're in my name. I hadn't used them. They want me to use their credit so bad that they offer me 0% interest. Yes, 0.
Wow.
In the
That's
middle of
crazy.
inflation,
Yeah.
in the middle of everything going up, they're offering me 0% for 12 months. Two of them are 12 months, and one of them is 18 months.
What? Wait a minute. I don't believe you. You're telling me in front of Gwen and everybody in the whole wide world that the credit card companies want Danny's Fife business so bad that they're letting you use their money for free.
For free. No
We got
interest,
folks
guys.
paying 28, 30%. That's crazy. That's crazy.
They
That's
want
good
me to use. They want me to charge. They're not paying me to use it, but at 0%,
They
I
are.
can buy what I want. Like
Yeah.
it's at cash as long as I pay it off in 12 months.
Hey, Danny, say that again. I'm sorry, Danny, say that again because I want folks to hear that part about, it's like you're paying cash. Say that part again.
It's like I'm paying cash because it's 0%. So it's like real market value, but I get a year to pay it off. Of course, I'm going to pay it off before a year. That's how I got good credit now.
Yeah.
But they're giving me a year to pay it off because they want my business. I make them look good because they got someone with a good credit score utilizing their card. That makes them look good, it helps their profile. And so they're willing to offer me 0%.
That's
Wow.
Up to a year.
I didn't even
Wow.
know
Use
that.
their card.
My
What
credit
is
ain't that strong that I didn't even know about that. I guess I got some
That's
growing to
good.
do. I guess that's only for people who got to score over 1,000, That's regular 620, 640 folks. Man, we still pumping up 28.
I mean, it comes with time, and that's another perk of being a homeowner. That when you first buy your home, at first your credit drops a little bit. It drops by maybe 50 or 60 points. But after, like with anything else, once you've made your payments on time for at least 2 to 3 months, all of a sudden it shoots up.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to give you a card, and everybody wants you to use your card for something for your house and use your card in general. So, don't be discouraged with that temporary drop at first because you're like, hold up, I just bought a house. My credit should be, Give it a few months of on-time payments.
Yes.
And then next thing you know, you become who the creditors want. The
They
creditors are
seek
coming
you
for
out.
you.
They
seek
seek you out. They talk.
Yeah.
They buy data from Equifax, and they're looking for the ideal candidate. Homeowner.
Yeah.
That means you put down some roots. Okay. They
Mhm.
go by how well you use your other credit. Then all of a sudden, that's when I blinked. That's when I believe the black card, the platinum card, the platinum card, the platinum card with the gold medal came out. All that stuff that I ain't got, because I ain't there yet. Smitty's still rolling on plastic. Okay, but family, it's all right, family. Danny, thank you for sharing that, because I have truly, truly never heard of 0% interest. And then they give you a year to 18 months to pay it back.
Yeah,
You
that's
are
good. That's
paying
good.
cash. You are
Right.
paying. You are really just paying with straight up cash and
Yeah.
using credit cards money for free. Family, that ain't supposed to happen that way in America. Let me tell you, that is definitely not.
Usually the goal is for them. They don't want you to pay it back.
No,
So that
right?
they can
Yeah.
make money off you. And that's the thing. Like, of course, with my mind, I have the mindset to pay it off. Now, if
Mhm.
I didn't and I let it get past that 12 to 18 months, then they're going to tack on what the interest rate should have been,
Yes.
which could be like 12%, 25%, whatever it is. They're going to tack all that on.
Yes,
So
that's
nobody still have to be responsible. It's not like after 12 to 18 months, it just keep going with 0%. But then you got a longer window to pay off a big purchase that you may need to make.
Mhm.
And it's benefiting them because that balance is there, but you're paying on it or paying it down. So you're just really essentially still building more credit, but you're just able to get stuff without paying extra for it, like most people typically do on their cards.
But you beating them though, Danny. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you gotta be
That's
ready
good.
to-
You should be ashamed. They should have your picture in an FBI inside Walmart somewhere. Do not extend this girl credit at 0%. You're not gonna get any money from her. I'm telling you. Danny.
But
It's
I mean,
amazing
but
because that-
typically I don't pay interest on my cards because I have the mindset to pay them off anyway, more than the minimum. So
Yeah.
it started with that mindset to get to where I'm at now that I built up to that point. So
Yeah.
from your starting point, as much as you can, pay your balance off or down to, under my credit utilization is under 3%.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's another reason why they're like, oh yes, let's get her to, you know what I'm
You know-
saying? Because my credit utilization is so low. So
And-
once you
and-
develop a history of that, that's when the credit card company begins to need you.
Yeah, and they have to, because you're such a low credit risk. They know that if they can get you to charge, they know you're going to pay back. So their money is
Right.
guaranteed to come back to them.
Yeah.
Versus
Right.
maybe
You're
someone
not
who's
losing
starting
anything.
off. So, and you're beating them at their game. You're saying, thank you, Mr. Credit Card Company. I'm going to use your money free for 12 months to a year, 12 months to 2 years. Oh, you think you're not going to be paid off? They're counting on you. They are rolling the dice. They're saying there is no way Danny is not going to pay this credit card off in time. And when they don't, we're going to tack on some past interest, add that to the present interest. Nah, that's not going to happen, family.
Yeah,
No.
you're not gonna get me.
They're going to get angry with you, Danny. I'm telling you.
That's good.
They better
They're gonna be so
say,
disappointed.
say they better quit playing, right?
No, that's right.
But I think too, they do be thinking with the way the economy and stuff is
Yeah.
now, they are thinking that people are gonna get. It's sad that they're plotting to try to set you
Yep.
up to fail.
Right.
But once you have the knowledge and like how it works, they can't get you. They can try, but they're not gonna, get you.
Yeah. And
You have the emergency savings in place. If you have emergency savings in place, in the event some weird thing happened, then you're still able to pay it down, pay it off, where they still are not going to benefit from it if you run into that type of situation. So
Well,
emergency savings is still important to have in the event that life happens.
Yeah. We have, June and I, we have an emergency backup plan, which is cash. Then we have an emergency backup for our emergency, which is a credit card, and they're just not going to get our money. They're just not. And then also Gwen, I love Gwen's story as well. Gwen, kind of share how you are whooping up. We got Danny Fife was just treating them bad, but then we got Gwen Murphy Johnson, who's coming out of me again. What do you do to the credit card company, Miss Gwen?
Oh,
I'm starting to
well,
feel bad. I'm starting to feel bad for the credit card companies, y'all.
whatever. I want them to pay me for having their card in my wallet.
Say
That's
what?
the way I look at it. I
What?
want
How does that
them
work?
to pay me for having their card in my
Look at
wallet.
that tear coming out of my eye. What do you mean,
So
Gwen?
I do business with credit card companies that gives me incentives for spending my money. So when I swipe, I get a certain percentage, usually it's like 1% on like general things. Okay. But then every 90 days, they'll give you like 5% on maybe this might be gas for
Really?
3 months,
Wow.
or groceries for 3 months,
Wow.
or gym memberships, you know. So what I try to do is I always look at what the promotion is going to be for the month. And then I try to make sure that I'm using my card for those things because I want to maximize how much money they're going to give me. So this month with my shopping, because my period ends in December the 20th. And then it goes to January the 20th. So already they owe me like it'll be $105.
Wait a minute. So the credit card company owes you $105?
Yeah, they owe me $105 for this month. A total, they owe me $3,000.
Gwen, can I borrow $20? Don't say you ain't got it. Don't say you ain't got it, because I know you do. So your credit card company owes you. So it's not the other way around. Normally, we owe the credit card companies $3,000, and then they allow us to make the minimum payment, which will take 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So you flip the script.
Yeah. They owe me. It'll be $3,000 January the 20th when the cycle ends for the month. It will be $3,000 that they owe me. So I look at it as a savings account. Yeah. To me, it's like I'm saving money, but I want to tell people once before I did have a credit card, I was doing the same thing, but you got to read that fine line. Some of them have an expiration date. And if you haven't redeemed your funds, you may lose out. So you need to make sure that the credit card that you're doing business with, that promotion, make sure you watch that expiration.
The credit card companies done cut.
Make sure that you watch that.
Oh, we thought the credit card company that came and got you, girl. I thought they sent a signal to cut off. Say, what happened, Gwen? Gwen says she's saving money, but she ain't paying that VEPCO bill, though. They just turned her off. Look. What happened to poor Gwen? She'll be back. Boy, Gwen, we better be careful.
You gotta look. Big Brother's watching. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, man. Y'all, we saving folks too much money.
They owe her $3,000.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me get my girl back in here. Hold on a second. They took Gwen out, man.
They must have heard me. We're gonna get rid of her.
They said black folks ain't supposed to do that. Black folks supposed to be in debt. No, seriously.
It's a savings account for me.
Yeah.
And I think long term. I'm not worried about, I always make sure, okay, let me focus on what they're saying they're going to give me an incentive to use my card for. And that's what I try to basically use my card for those things. Gas. So everybody in my house, you got to get gas. Here's the credit card. Go swipe your gas. So whatever you spend is 5 times that. Remember. Yeah. So that's how I build my points up.
All right, Gwen, you better be careful. They're going to cut off your cable next. You keep messing
up. That's what we're going to stop her right there.
Oh, you think you all that, huh? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Hey, family. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. We can have credit cards, and I tell folks all the time, you need maybe 1 or 2 credit cards to qualify for a mortgage. 1 or 2. I'm the baby of the bunch. I may be younger than all y'all, so I'm the baby of the bunch. I have a Capital One credit card. Well, June and I, we have a Capital One credit card. And, we've had this for over 10 years. And I'll tell you guys, at first, I used to use my credit card very sparingly. But then I realized just one thing. and this is what I love about Capital One. Every time I use my credit card, I would get an email saying, Smitty, you just use this, you just use this. So, it gave me comfort in knowing that each and every time my credit card was used, I would immediately get notice, So one day I picked up the phone and I said, well, if there's a charge on there that I didn't make, if my credit card was stolen, they said, well, you won't be responsible for it. They said, we'll just remove it and we'll issue you a new account number. And then I thought, you know what? When I use my ATM card, I don't have the same level of service. Yeah, eventually, eventually they'll give me my money back. Well, when I was using my credit card, they said, we're just going to take the charge off your account, Mr. Smith. And I said,
and they investigated. Yeah, that's happened with me with Capital One as well. The charge, I contacted them, said I didn't do it. They credited me back the money immediately while they investigated to see where this charge came from.
Yeah. And I was like, so, and then, because see, I wasn't paying attention. We were busy scrambling, doing our real estate thing, fledgling company. And then I started charging. I wasn't even paying attention to the points, Gwen. I had no idea I was accumulating money. I had no clue, because we were just in entrepreneurial mode, just black folks trying to get it done, And now we are up to Capital One owes Smitty Smith and June Smith. I know they're going to turn my electricity off and they come from my cable. Capital One owes us $2,500. Can you imagine that? They owe us.
Yep.
I should send Capital One a late notice. Hey, I say, where my money? Guys, and we could use it for anything we want.
Anything.
Cash back, right? Use it to go shopping. Oh, you could best believe they are constantly sending me, hey, Smitty, why don't you go spend some money on this? Smitty, go spend some money on that. I'm like, nah, man. Nah, fool. Yeah. I'm just gonna let it ride.
Yeah. And then mine gives me mine say each month they'll say, if you go to this store, we'll give you 15% off your purchase.
Yeah.
They want buy this, you get 15% off, because they want you to use it.
They want you to use it. It's not natural to have money out there and not use it. They're not accustomed to regular everyday folk, because I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think neither one of you are millionaires. Is that right? Not yet anyway, right?
Not even close. No.
But I claim it. I need it.
Okay. But for right now, can we all agree we're 100 heirs? We could put we could probably put $100 together. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not giving you your $100 I owe you. No. So just get that idea out your mind. So, family, credit is such an important component of life.
It is.
But we don't have to let it take us over, And I'm willing to bet that Gwen and Danny, you guys, even with your great credit scores, even though you got these great programs, you're still not going out there buying stuff that you really don't need. No. I tell folks all the time, when we use a credit card, we're spending money we haven't even earned yet.
Yeah.
I'm spending next paycheck or the paycheck after that or the paycheck after that. And that's what the credit card companies rely on. They'll say, don't worry about it, Smitty. You owe us $1,000. We got you, man. Just go ahead and send us $28, okay?
Right.
Go ahead, my brother. Send me $28. $28. Of course, only $15 goes towards the principal. The other $13 is interest. Don't worry about it, Smitty. Just send us another $28. Just send us another $28. Before you know it, family, I'm 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm paying for some drawers I can't even wear anymore.
It's
the truth. I think about it.
Or the value of it has depreciated.
Yeah.
But you still
I'm paying for cookies I ate 5 years ago. And Wally World's the same way, family. I tell folks all the time.
Yeah.
Wally World, they're not really in the retail business. They're kind of transitioning to the finance business. Smitty, come on over here, man. Come on to Wally World and save 5% on these, on these cookies. I like cookies. I like saving 5%. Well, yeah, use your credit card, man. We got it. Oh, but we're going to charge you 28% on interest on the credit card.
Yeah.
So I'll give you 5% if you're giving me 28%. And then I'm gonna let you give me 28% year after year after year. Well, them cookies just got real expensive, family. Real expensive, you know. But again, family, don't get us wrong, and I'm sure you guys would agree. Credit cards are a necessary part of today's life.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You just have to control it, just like anything else.
It's definitely a safer way to shop. They put insurance, like when you're traveling, you can cover, use your credit card, your trips to cover. You know, it's a preferred way. If you're shopping online, it's safe to shop online with your credit card. As we said, if someone hacks it and takes your number, as soon as you catch it, you can, you know, get your money back while they investigate and figure out what happened. If you get scammed, if you think it's website legit, and then you done bought something and you realize you've been scammed and you let them know. So it's just, the credit card is, you know, sometimes for automatic payments, because sometimes your pay date might change and your check don't go on the account when it's supposed to. But if you're using a credit card, you know, you're good. And then whenever the money come in, you just pay the credit card. So I think that the discipline part is, don't go by the limit that you have on the credit card. Set your own limit. You know,
I love it.
Pay off every month. Set your own limit and say, okay, I know this month I can't charge no more than $250 or $100 or whatever it is. That's all I can afford to pay off when I get, you know, my check on, you know, whenever. So set your own limit. Don't let them set the limit for you.
Right.
And know your budget. And if you got to pay over time, set a plan for that. Pay more than the minimum. That minimum is a trap. Pay more than the minimum. It's going to save you on interest if you do end up paying interest. So yeah, it's just things like that. And they don't teach you in school. That's my gripe.
No.
They teach you about Pythagorean theory and all this stuff.
I can't say it either, but it's okay. I know.
They don't teach you. I couldn't pass algebra. But they don't teach you about money and credit.
They don't.
They don't say credit cards. You learn trial and error. Like I said, I learned the hard way. After I had judgments and all that stuff way back when, I had to learn the hard way about managing credit and what it means and stuff like that. But they didn't teach us that in school. So I think that's where the generational wealth come in, where we have to teach our children. I don't have any children, so my nieces and nephews and whatever youth I encounter, like teach them, you know, what I wish someone would have, taught me to prepare them for the future, because they don't, know. And then when they go to buy a house, I got a credit. It's people that didn't know they had a credit score until they went to try to buy a house.
Yeah.
What the heck is a credit score? I didn't know I had. What is that?
Don't even know where to go and find their credit score at.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Just don't know.
And
because they don't tell you.
Our son, he's 18. He just got a credit card. Just got 18. They were hunting him down, and he got a secure credit card. So that's even worse when you think about it, because they've already been paid for stuff that you haven't bought yet. You've taken $300 out of your account to give to a credit card company. Now, let me tell you, family, sometimes that is a brilliant thing to do. Then in that case, you know what we're doing? We're buying points for our credit score. We open up a secure account. It's going to cost me $300. I'm giving you this $300 that you're going to hang on to because it's still my money. You give me a credit card. Now, am I going to use your credit card? Yeah, but I'm only going to use it to buy one thing and one thing only. And that's going to be gas. There's one thing, family. Can I buy food with it? Yeah. Can I buy groceries with it? Yeah. Can I take trips with it? Of course you can. But you don't. You only use it to buy one thing, and that's gas. And when that credit card statement comes, you pay it in full. You will never give them any interest. But family, we just bought. We just bought 25, 30 point boost in our credit score. Again, family, we just flipping the game.
Yeah.
That's all we're trying to do. We're changing the game from them to us. All right. Because as we always say, you're running the business. You're running the business of me. Running the business of you. And Gwen and Danny, man, they are CEOs in charge. Getting it done. But we've all had those rough patches, I can remember I helped this one young lady buy a house, Danny. I'm not going to say any names, but this girl had over 12, I don't even remember how many credit cards, 12, 15, 16 credit cards. And I remember we sat on the park bench somewhere and we cut them up. because that's what she had to do to become a homeowner. Gwen, has that experience ever happened to you? Gwen, you ever had a client with a lot of credit cards that had to cut them up in order to qualify for a mortgage?
I've had one with less than 20, more than 12.
Less than 20, more than 12?
Yeah.
They were buying a house. Were they by chance buying a house in Highland Park? By chance?
Sure did.
Wow. Was it possibly on Enslow Avenue?
Yeah. I think it's back in 1995.
95, and we had to cut up her credit cards one at a time because that's the sacrifice she had to make to become a homeowner.
Yeah. You have to make change.
Yeah.
Was that an Enslow? Yeah. At the very end where the road kind of makes that dog leg left?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I would say this because I'm a person that have several credit cards. I would say you can, and I had several when I got my home, but I think the key is the balance aspect. I didn't have balances on all of them.
Yes.
So it makes a difference. I only had balance on a few of them. So if you have a lot, 20 is excessive. But if you have a lot, it's not going to hurt you if you don't have balances on all of them. It's when you have a balance on each of them, and then you're not disciplined enough to say, okay, I need to not use this card anymore.
Thank you.
That
yes.
starts to hurt you.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, Danny, he's talking about me.
I
figured that out.
I was that person sitting on the bench with those big scissors, cutting
that sugar honey iced tea up one at a time.
Do you have a balance on all of them, or you just?
No, I didn't. The only reason why I got those credit cards because when I went to the store, they said, "You want to save 20% today?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
sure."
So I did it, and I did have a lot, but fortunately, my mindset was I don't want to owe everybody, So I was made sure if I got that 20% and I got that bill, I paid it off.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I did not have balances on them, but the lenders say, oh, you have the potential to.
That's what it was. She had easy potential to charge them back up. The potential, and guys, I'll tell you the credit card that I fight with the most. Now, you guys know I love working in the yard. Love doing renovation work, love being covered in paint and sawdust. So Lowe's and Home Depot, that's my jam. All right. Now here's the difference between the two. Lowe's gives you 5% off everything you buy if you use their credit card. Home Depot doesn't. So every time I need to buy something, where am I going to go? I'm gonna go to Lowe's.
Lowe's, yeah.
Save 5%. All right. So it's been a real challenge for me to not run that credit card balance up. Oh my God, I'm so used to owning them, especially during the planting season during the summer. Man, it's not common to owe Lowe's $600, $700, $800. And this year it said 2023. I'm gonna go through the whole year, and I'm not going to owe Lowe's any money. I'm still gonna use that credit card, but I'm gonna make the payment the next time I go back. So every time I get a statement from Lowe's, it's going to be a zero balance. All right. Now, there's one problem with that, family. I'm not building any credit because I'm never going to owe Lowe's any money when my statement comes out. Okay. Right. Remember, and this is something I really need to make clear to everybody. You only get charged interest if you don't pay your balance in full when you get the statement.
Right.
Okay. So I can owe Lowe's $500. If I only paid $300 of it, then I'm going to pay interest on the $200. But if I pay them in full every single month, like Gwen and Danny do, they cannot charge us any interest whatsoever.
No.
And we're earning points. We're earning cash points. Like Samuel L. Jackson says, 1.5%, 2% cash back? Family, that's real money.
Well, you guys, I gotta go. This was only supposed to be 15 minutes, and we're
it hadn't been but 8 minutes. No,
we're at 30, like I predicted earlier today. Like I predicted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's been great. I hope what I share helped y'all share some additional. You never know everything, so what y'all share was a help to me. I've learned something new as well. So so listen to these guys. They're going to stay on and drop some more wisdom. I'll see everyone later.
Thanks, Danny. We really appreciate you.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, it's only been 8 minutes. I don't understand.
Oh, no, it's been long.
Do y'all have timers?
You didn't hear me.
Do y'all have timers on your screen?
I can see it on my laptop. Taking an eyebrow.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot that. Well, anyway, Gwen, thank you for sharing. I
Oh,
really
you're welcome.
appreciate that. What kind of year you having so far?
I'm having a good year. It's busy, but it's good. Just trying to get organized. Anticipating a great rest of the year. The rest 11 more months should be awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's been so far so good. Just busy, but it's okay.
You know, I got a call from a client again today, a new client, someone that hadn't spoken to before.
Mm-hmm.
And he said somebody told him that now is not a good time to buy a house. And, you know, you ever have somebody just catch you at the wrong time where you just like, I'm not even going to wordsmith it. I'm just going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You know,
sometimes you just be brutally honest.
Yeah. You know, he just hit me at that point. I was like, what? You know, I said, who told you that? He said, people. I said, are they real estate agents? He said, no. I said, why are you taking advice about real estate from people who aren't real estate agents? You know, they may know something, but do they know enough? Because it affected his decision. He was getting ready to wait when, you know, and I said to him, I said, you know, 6 months ago, the rates were phenomenally good. The rates were unrealistically good. But you couldn't buy a house because you don't have $20,000 of additional money to give to the seller over and above what they're asking for.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I didn't think that was a good market. What do you think, Gwen?
For the average person that don't have those extra zeros in their savings account, no, it wasn't. I think now it's better. You don't have that war of trying to compete with a lot of other people and with money that you may not have. Yeah. And if it's going to put you in a bad financial position, even though you may have it to give, but then you don't have nothing saved because you done gave it all just to get into this house. I just think that for some people, it just wasn't a good time.
No. And there were plenty of people that Jen and I, we said now really may not be the best time for you to buy. You know, so now the interest rates have gone up. Okay. Prices are coming down. Okay. No longer are we paying over and above list price. Okay.
Seller's concession. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Sellers are now paying your closing costs. Okay. Okay. So now is a better time, family.
Yeah.
Now is a better time.
And you're not buying the interest rate, you're buying the home.
Yeah. We all have friends, we all have families, and they love us. But sometimes it's better to talk to professionals in the business.
Yes.
If I got a toothache, I'm probably not going to rely real heavily on the advice from my car mechanic. You know, it's just the truth. But if my car won't start, I'm not calling the dentist. You know, I'm calling the car mechanic. Guys, come on. All right. And me talking to the car mechanic doesn't cost me money unless I go to the dealership. All right. But generally speaking, me just talking to the mechanic is free.
Yeah.
All right. Talking to Gwen Murphy Johnson.
It's free. Don't cost you nothing.
And how much does free cost?
Free $99.
$99.
Well, it costs you $100.
Oh, I ain't paying you the money out of you. I'm not paying you that. I admit I owe you, but I ain't paying you.
No, I think if people are interested in becoming a homeowner and you just don't know and you're just not sure, pick up the phone and call. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your situation. If you want my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but we can talk about your situation, what you're looking for, where you at this point, you know.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk it out, get a plan of action, get somebody on your team, you know?
You know, and that's what I like. It's the plan of action part. It's having a plan. We always say, first you plan for success, then you can execute a successful plan. You know, but you got to have a plan. You got to have a budget. You know, trust me, big companies, they have plans for your money.
Yeah.
Wally World has plans for your money. All right. JCPenney. I keep wanting to say Sears, you know, they're not even around anymore. Everybody.
I thought you were going to say Kmart.
Kmart definitely had plans for my money. All right. Blue light special.
Radio Shack.
Oh, now you're getting personal now. Well, you know, I can remember having lunch at Kmart. I really can. Do you
I
ever
remember
eating there?
Woolworths. I remember Woolworths.
Yeah.
Remember the counter?
Yeah. No, it was. I, of course, I had lunch at Walmart, but I remember Kmart used to make the best grilled cheese sandwich.
Mm.
Yeah. And then you'd be sitting there eating lunch, and then the manager would announce the blue light special and all that other stuff. Yeah.
You see the blue light going like this?
Yeah, so you get all excited. You drop your fries and go see what's going on because you know something good was getting ready to pop off. Yeah.
Something's going to happen. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, Gwen, you're old, girl. You're old, girl. Probably be best to put you down here real soon.
This old right knee is giving me a fit.
So again, family, we got off subject, but credit cards are critical, but how we use credit cards is more critical. Please, family, you use your credit cards. Don't let your credit card use you.
Yeah.
All right. You got any parting words since you hung in here with me for 15 minutes today?
Yeah, you're right. I would just say that if you're looking to get a credit card, research that company.
Yeah.
Read the fine print.
Yes.
You know, you get it, just don't say, "Oh, I got the card." No, please read the fine print, because I guarantee you something that's on there is going to need a magnifying glass to see it. Because it's real small. But they're going to say, well, it was on the back of the pamphlet.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got to read it, and then make sure that they're giving you benefits that's going to be beneficial to you, because you are carrying their card in your wallet.
And my parting words, family, be very aware of the intro APR.
Mm-hmm.
Be very aware of the late APR. They might start you off for the first 6 months at 8%, but as soon as you're late, the interest rate goes to the normal 24% where it stays.
Mm-hmm.
All right, family, be aware. Be very aware. Gwen Murphy Johnson, thank you very, very, very much for joining us today and sharing. We really appreciate you, as we always do. And I am going to go and get something else done. We're going to be back. We're going to do another live post later this evening. So if you have time, pop in, Miss Johnson. It is Friday the 13th.
It's Friday the 13th.
Rainy day. Thanks, family. Smitty Smith, I'm gone. Thanks again, Gwen.
Okay, take care.